So I bought a color corrector. I'm going to a convention, and I thought, what better time to try this than now? This was actually filmed the night before I went to a con because don't try anything new on the day of something if you don't want to stress yourself out. I was concerned of the purple shade and then surprised because it was so pigmented. That was my bare face just now. And now I'm swatching all the colors on the palette, which are yellow, green, purple, that honestly looks more like a very pale lilac, pinkish coral, and two almost skin tone shades. These are what the shades look like on my skin. The formula is very soft and creamy, and you can practically see how it melts just from me swiping my fingers into them. That was me trying to fit myself into the frame so I can show you the swatches and the palette. Now, makeup time. Wiped my face first with a tissue because I have very oily skin, and I started with primer, and that was my face all primed up. I was skeptical with how ashy the pinkish coral shade made my under eyes look, and I was honestly doubting it. But, alas, makeup is always a trust the process kind of thing. This is what both my eyes look like with the pinkish coral shade, and it is very doubting because the supposed coral looks almost purple on my skin. Or is that just color theory? Now I'm covering all the redness and my pimples with the green shade. Now I'm just spritzing some water onto my face so I can blend it out some more. I spritz onto my face instead of the sponge because the sponge would just soak up all the product if it's the one that's wet. Now onto my base makeup. I use a mixture of my concealer and foundation, not because I like it that way, but because my concealer oxidizes and appears darker, and my foundation looks pale on my skin, even though they're the complete same shade, so I mix them so the shade is just right. I'm actually surprised by how nicely the color corrector blended with my foundation, even though I just put on a pretty thin layer. So I did like it a lot. Now, side by side, used my primed up face for comparison, and I'll say that it did cover up the concerns on my face. Here is me, all finished with my full face of makeup, and now with my wig and contacts. Tell me if you want to see how I did my full makeup. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.